Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of my fitness favorites, a few things that I sort of use almost every single day, which I find super useful. So I'm guessing this video is going to help some of you out, discover a few things that maybe you don't already have, maybe some of you already have some of these things, but in no way am I saying that you have to have all these things to achieve your fitness goals. It just sort of helps a bit. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please do be sure to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell notifications button so you never miss a video from me again. Now, side note, my hair is up in a bun today, unlike what you see in most videos, and clearly I'm not having a good hair day, but we're just gonna ignore that for the sake of this video, okay? Alright, so then without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so my fitness favorite number one has to be my weighing scale. Alright, so that's a lot of reflection. Alright, so this weighing scale is by ActiveX Australia, and I bought it off Amazon. I think it was about 18.99 rupees, but for some reason I haven't been able to find it over there anymore. I don't know if they stopped selling it, but either ways you'll be able to find a scale like this on Amazon as long as you type in something like bioelectrical impedance scale or scale that measures your body fat percentage, anything of that sort. Alright, so this scale has been absolutely phenomenal. It has made such a big difference when it comes to actually tracking my fitness goal, my sort of journey over the last few months. This scale essentially comes with an app that's on your phone, and you use the app to sort of connect to the scale through Bluetooth, and then every time you step on the scale, it's actually going to analyze not just your weight but your body fat percentage, your skeletal muscle, your visceral fat, your body water, your muscle mass, and so much more. And it also does generate graphs for you, so I'm going to see if I can sort of put in a little screen recording, because I'm recording on my phone, so I can't just show you here, but I'll put in a screen recording to show you all how exactly the app works. I think it's super useful for tracking your journey, and it gives you a really good idea of the fluctuations that happen within your body from time to time, and it makes you it makes sure that you're sort of headed in the right direction. So I think before any of you sort of start your journeys, I think it would be great to have this kind of a scale at home. Obviously any normal weighing scale will do as well. I just feel like just measuring your weight simply doesn't say enough about your progress as much as these individual components will tell you. So I'm going to see if I can find a similar scale and probably leave a link in the description box below. So even when it comes to Meraki training, when I sort of onboard a client, I always do ask them whether it would be possible for them to get a scale like this. So I do have a few links available where my clients sort of purchase their scales from, and they're working perfectly fine as well. So I'm going to leave those links in the description box below. So actually, speaking about the scale, I also do want to add that these kind of scales are not super accurate, but this is sort of the closest that you can get to sort of having an idea of where you're at while you're still at home. So usually the scales like this have an error rate of about 4%. It can vary really greatly from brand to brand, but the reason I think it's still great to have it at home is because if you're using the same scale to sort of track over a period of months, then you will still be able to see how much progress you're making. It gives you something to sort of go by. So I wouldn't say hold this 100% accurate, but yeah, it's a great tool to have. Alright, so now fitness favorite number two is going to be something very simple. It's a sipper, okay? Hydration is so important. I don't even need to tell you guys about this. I'm sure you all already know. The human body really requires about anywhere between 2 to 2.8 liters of water that comes in not only from sipping actual water but from your food sources as well. I personally have built my way up to a point where I drink about 3 to 4 liters a day. Okay, I am somebody who's always drinking water. If you're somebody who struggles with drinking water, then I would highly recommend getting something like this. This is my super cute sipper that I use all the time, and I just genuinely feel like having a water bottle in front of me versus having this sipper, it's a lot easier to drink water like this. So I really think it's super useful. So if you're somebody who struggles with drinking water, this could be a good addition to have. I got this particular one from Big Bazaar. Okay, it was for like 200-300 rupees. So you don't have to get one from Starbucks. Okay, just saying, it's cheap, it's effective, it's amazing. Or you could also just go ahead and get these those metal straws that you get and sort of put that in your water bottle and sip on it all day. I find that to be equally effective. Alright, so now that we're done talking about water, hydration, I'm going to move on to nutrition. So fitness favorite number 3 is very closely linked with food. Alright, so I'm sure you all have seen, bodybuilders and physique athletes actually going to the extent of measuring their own food out with a food scale. So they actually, when you're actually prepping for a competition and all, it's very normal to see these athletes going measuring their food to the gram. And I understand that it can be a very overwhelming process for the average human being, right? So the closest we can get to sort of measuring our food out accurately is by using measuring cups. So I have a set of 4 actually. So I have 1/4 cup, I have 1/3 cup, half a cup, and 1 full cup. Alright. So the only reason I have 3 over here right now to show you guys is because my 1/4 cup measures always in my box of oats, because I use that literally every single day, and I think it makes a very big difference, because I have heard so many people going like, you know what, I'm actually tracking my meals but I'm still not able to lose weight. The truth is, often we tend to underestimate how much we are eating. If you're trying to lose weight, it's very easy to sort of think that you're eating half a cup, but you're actually eating closer to 3/4 or 1 cup. So that's why I feel like it's an extra step. It is, but it's not as tedious as sort of measuring your food on a food scale. So having these measuring cups and measuring spoons even can help you get a more accurate measure of how much you're eating. So I track all my meals on MyFitnessPal. I only use the free version. There is obviously a premium paid version as well, but the free one is also super effective. It really gets the job done. Also, I'm very smart. I'm shooting this at like 6 p.m. in the evening. So like throughout this video, if you see like the lighting just disappear, then I'm so sorry. I started filming very late. So now, while we are speaking about nutrition, I also do want to talk about fitness favorite number 4. For me, that is my whey protein. Alright, so this is the one I use. It's from Optimum Nutrition. It's the gold standard whey protein. I always pick up the double rich chocolate, and the reason it's like this, it's taped like this, is because I sort of brought it over while moving back from Singapore, so I had to tape it. So yeah, it doesn't look like this when you buy it. Honestly, I feel like someone like me, I am so picky about flavors. Okay, I know people who can just drink whey protein that doesn't taste very good, and they have no problems with it, and that's how it should be. Okay, you should not be like me. I'm extremely picky when it comes to flavoring. So this is the one protein that I picked up that I've really liked and never gone back to anything else after this. Obviously there's a lot of options out there that you guys can try for yourself, but this is one that has stuck with me. It gives me about 24 grams of protein per scoop, and I'm gonna say this, that supplements are not necessary at all, okay? But for me, if I do have to hit a certain amount of protein per day, then it just really helps me inch a bit closer to that number. Alright, so it's not essential, it's just something that I personally find very effective when I'm trying to hit a certain amount of macros. If you're not somebody who is sort of tracking your macros, then you can completely leave that out. And also, if you're a beginner, you do not need supplements at all. I think it's a lot better to sort of start understanding nutrition and inculcating these healthy eating habits rather than jumping straight to supplement. The only supplement that I have actually been using even through the lockdown has been my whey protein. Alright, so moving on, my fitness favorite number 5 is going to be a resistance band. Alright, so you do get long resistance bands and you get these short ones. So the long ones are actually going to be a lot more useful if you're doing stuff like assisted pull-ups, or you're doing like face pulls, all these things. But these shorter ones are used more for these are actually also called like hip bands, glute bands, whatever you might call it. I personally use these for glute activation before my leg days. So glute activation is super important, because if you're someone with weaker glutes, during a leg day you might feel like your quads take over or your hamstrings take over, and your glutes really aren't doing that much work. They're not as engaged. So for that, there is a whole set of glute activation exercises that I do with this band. And also at the same time, this really helps sort of add that extra resistance to my workout. So if I'm doing hip thrust or something, I'll just loop this on, and it just makes it so much harder. It's going to activate so many of these accessory muscles that wouldn't normally be activated when you're doing certain exercises. Also at the same time, I think this has been phenomenal, especially during the whole lockdown situation, because I haven't been able to sort of overload my body when it came to like my leg workouts have used to really be super heavy when I had access to a gym, but this resistance band has sort of helped me make my leg workouts a little bit tougher while at home, because body weight just doesn't do it for me. So my resistance band, this beautiful marble print, is actually from a funny collection, and I got this, if I'm not wrong, I got it for $18 through their website. But this was when I think I was in either Sydney or Singapore, and I wasn't charged customs on this. But I have observed that sort of ordering from this website or any brand that's based in the US to India is a little bit tougher. I recently ordered a few things from Buff Bunny, and customs gave me a really hard time. They were charging me insane amounts of money, so I would not recommend going ahead and getting this unless you want to pay for customs. You can get resistance bands on Amazon, all right, so go ahead and get that. The one thing I do want to highlight about this band, or something that you should look into before purchasing a resistance band that you're going to be using around your glutes and your hips, is going to be whether it has this on the inside. So this is a sort of a rubber lining over here, which make sure that the band itself doesn't slip down, it doesn't roll up while you're doing your exercises. So this stays put, and this is a medium resistance, which I find absolutely perfect. Fitness favorite number 6 is going to be workout clothing. Okay, now this is so important. I really feel like having a good quality performance sort of clothing is really going to help enhance not only your workout but also your motivation levels and just your overall mood at the gym. I basically live in workout clothing. So for all my ladies who are watching this, I would suggest please go ahead and invest in a good sports bra. It's super important. Please don't wear your everyday bras to the gym. Don't wear a wired bra at all. It's going to do nothing for you. I think a good sports bra is one that's going to keep you supported, it's going to keep you held in, and it's going to sort of enhance your workouts rather than be a hindrance to them. So all my ladies, I would suggest if you don't own one already, go ahead and invest in 1 or 2 sports bras. It's going to be enough. You can wash it and use it every alternate day, and there are plenty of varieties available in the market. Based on how much support you need up here, there are obviously lower support sports bras to high impact sports bras as well. There are plenty available in the market. The second thing I want to talk about when it comes to workout clothing is a good pair of leggings. Okay, these that I have in my hands are very buttery soft. It's very sleek, very soft to the touch, and it's high-waisted. I love that high-waisted has become a thing over the last few years. Like, I have these pair of leggings from like I think 4 years ago that I got from Forever 21, and they are like between low and mid-rise, and I literally cannot wear them anymore. Like, I'm so used to high-waisted. I think high-waisted leggings are amazing because they make you feel really like sucked in, and it just gives you a perfect amount of compression around your core area. I feel like everybody must have a pair of leggings in their wardrobe. So when it comes to like motivation and feeling good about yourself at the gym, I feel like if I'm training upper body on that particular day, I like wearing tank tops, or I like wearing sleeveless stuff like this. For example, you're training your arms and you look in the mirror and you see cuts, you see a pump, and it just makes you feel like 10 times better, as opposed to if I'm wearing something that's light and baggy, and I just look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I'm just a sweaty mess, which I am anyway, okay, at the gym, no matter what I'm wearing. But I'm just saying that tops like this can really just boost my mood a little bit. One thing I love about this tank is that it's high neck, so I don't have to worry about any sort of spillage, no sort of cleavage, nothing whatsoever. It fits really nicely at the top. Although this is a bit cropped because I'm so short, it hits me at a really good length, where my high-waisted pants and this top don't have any skin showing through. So I personally feel very comfortable in this. You can get a lot of longer tank tops as well, but this again I think is a staple, apart from obviously your t-shirts or your long sleeve tops as well. I also think it's super crucial for all of us to have a pair of running shorts. So these are ones that I have, I've had for a while actually. These are running shorts from Under Armour. On those days where you don't feel like wearing tights to the gym is when things like this really come in handy. So this pair of shorts actually comes with a lining on the inside, so it's lined like that, so although it's a little bit short, you're not going to be worried about flashing anybody at the gym because it has that extra lining. I think these kind of things are super comfortable, especially if you're someone who loves running, jogging. This is going to be a staple that you need in your closet. Alright, so fitness favorite number 7 is something that I bought only recently during the lockdown because I had no choice, and now that I have it, I feel like, what was I even doing without it? And that is a yoga mat. So because I always have had like a gym membership, and I would, there's always a mat available at the gym, I never really felt the need to have one at home. If you're somebody who works out at home only, then obviously this is a must-have for you, undoubtedly, because if you're working out at home, it's going to be really nice to have a mat to sort of cushion your landings if you're doing something like HIIT. If you're someone who's into yoga, again, this is going to be super, super important. And I feel like even if you are somebody who goes to the gym, having a yoga mat at home can help a lot, especially on those days where your body is feeling really stiff. You just want to sort of get some sort of stretching done. A yoga mat is going to be super useful for that. So I bought mine from Myntra. I think it's a great thing to have. Alright, moving on. So since we're sort of talking about the quarantine and the lockdown and workouts at home, another thing that has been super effective for me is fitness favorite number 8, that is my speaker. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you all know that I love Bollywood music. It's something that I play all the time, like no matter what workout I'm doing. Even if I'm doing a follow along workout, I'll have Bollywood music playing in the background, and this speaker has actually helped me do that. So I've actually had this speaker for about a year and a half. No, I've had it for over 2 years now. This is the Bose Revolve SoundLink speaker. There are actually 2 sizes. So there's a smaller one, there's a bigger one that comes as well, and I personally feel like the sound quality on this is just phenomenal. It's so great. If you're somebody who's been working out at home like I do, or even if you're just a dancer, I feel like you need a speaker, man. It's been absolutely amazing at sort of setting the mood for me, on those days where you really don't feel like moving your body. I have those days too, right? I'm human. Motivation isn't always there. So what I do is I just pick up my speaker, I play some music. I always have like a playlist that I sort of go to, and once I play the songs on that playlist, like instantly I start moving, I start dancing, and then I sort of get into the zone. So I really feel like having music and having speakers can really help you get into the zone before you start your workout. And if you live with people who don't want you blasting music at whatever time you'd like, then of course go ahead and get yourself some headphones, some earphones, whatever floats your boat. I think the main point I'm trying to cover over here is having good quality music can really make a difference to your fitness journey, believe it or not. Alright, now we have covered pretty much everything that goes into fitness, but I have one thing that I have to talk about, which is so important. Fitness favorite number 9 is shoes. Honestly, I feel like the choice of shoes is going to be so important, and it's going to contribute so much to whether you really have effective workouts or not. So I thought I'll quickly run you all through the 3 pairs of shoes that I love using at the gym and when I'm working out at home. First pair that I'm going to talk about are these Adidas slip-ons. So these, I don't really know what these are called. I'm going to see if I can find the name and put it in the description box below. But these are, even though they do have laces, they are sort of a slip-on kind of shoe. And this is basically the shoe that I use to work out at home. It's like super flexible. I've had it for about a year and a half now. And I think this one is great for like when I am doing body weight exercises. Okay, if I'm jumping around, I'm doing HIIT and all, I really like this particular shoe. I think you can tighten it up really nicely around the ankle area. And yeah, so this is the shoe that I always reach out for if I'm working out at home, or if I'm at the gym and I'm not going to be lifting heavy, that's when I would pick up this shoe. But my complaint with this shoe particularly is that the laces keep coming out. I'm sure you all have seen this happen in my videos. So if you have seen like most of my HIIT workouts that I've put up where I'm sort of doing HIIT at home, you'll always see me wearing this pair of shoes because it's very light and it's flexible, and it's so light that I really feel like I'm working out barefoot. I've also had a few DMs ask me why I wear shoes when I'm working out at home, and that's mainly because of shock absorption, because otherwise you're gonna end up having a lot of pain in your feet the next day. So it's super important to make sure that you have soft landings, and for that, shoes like this and also having a mat that I showed you all earlier on really helps. On the other hand, if I am going to the gym and I know I'm going to be lifting heavy, particularly for my leg days and when I'm doing deadlifts, I always wear sneakers. So that's either Converse or Vans. Okay, now the reason that I sort of reach for these shoes when I'm at the gym is mainly because it gives me a very flat surface. So it helps me with, you know, first generation, making sure that my squats and my deadlifts and all are on point. I'm able to exert max force. It gives me a lot of stability. So this is the pair that I use. Very flat. You can see the sole over here. It's beautiful for squats and deadlifts. I absolutely love this. This is like the most basic white pair of sneakers from Converse. I believe I got it for about $70 in Singapore. Amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. I wear it every single leg day, if not every other day at the gym. So I do know that Converse is expensive, but you can actually find something similar at Bata. I used to have white sneakers that I got from Bata, and I used them for I think 8 months at the gym before they sort of, you know, started giving way over here. They started becoming loose and then they stopped offering support. But if you're looking for something that's a little more cheap, that, you know, you don't want to spend too much money on Converse, then you can go for that. Use it for a limited period of time before you sort of switch and get a new pair. Another option for shoes that have a similar flat sort of sole is going to be Vans. So this is what Vans look like. Vans are actually made for skateboarding, if I'm not wrong, but I used to use them for like leisure, you know, for the longest time. I personally feel like Vans have really good cushioning around the ankle, so it gives you that extra support. In fact, I think I prefer Vans a little bit more to Converse even. So these are the Galaxy print ones that I got, you know, how many years ago? I got this in 2016, and I think they are great at the gym. Again, they are very sturdy. It really helps me plant my feet in really well. Obviously, there are plenty of these, you know, Nike free runs and all that I've worn for a fair share of years, but that was more when, you know, I was sort of playing basketball, when we used to go for matches. That is where those kind of shoes would actually help me more. But now that I'm sort of into lifting, I personally would recommend Converse and Vans if you're looking for something that is long lasting. Alright, so now we are almost at the end of this video, and my fitness favorite number 10 is going to be what I dump all these things into when I'm going to the gym, and that is a good quality bag. I personally love this bag. This is my gym bag, this is my office bag, this is my take everywhere bag. This is the Game Changer tote by Buff Bunny Collection. This is what it looks like. Alright. If you've been following me for a while, you know I've done a full review on this. Let me see if I can link that video for y'all if y'all want to go ahead and watch that later. Again, this is from Buff Bunny Collection. It cost me $96 when I bought it. I believe it's for $98 now. But again, you know, shipping can be a bit of an issue. If you have someone who lives in the States who can sort of get this bag for you, then I would 100% recommend you to go for it. But otherwise also, I'm sure there are lots of great bags out there. The only reason I want to show you this is because this is the one that I use and I personally absolutely love. So this bag is superb. Like, the size, it's just massive. Okay, it's extremely big. It's made from vegan leather, if that's something that, you know, you're concerned about. And I think the selling point for this particular bag was the fact that they sort of have an insulated compartment for your food right at the bottom here, and it's quite big. Like, it would easily fit in, I would say, like 3 to 4 Tupperwares based on the size that you're using. And you can throw an ice pack in there if you want your food to stay cold, or if you want it to stay hot, you just, you know, put it in there and it stays warm throughout. So I think this is great for students. It's great for working women, especially if you're somebody who carries your meals. It's a great way to fit in everything you might possibly need. So I used to have my 13-inch laptop in there. I used to have this notebook. So it's a A4 size big fat notebook. I also used to have my gym clothing, my gym shoes, and my meals all packed into this one bag. So I'm sure there are plenty of totes like this available out there, but if you are interested, then this particular one is from Buff Bunny Collection. They have recently restocked I think their Game Changer bags and their backpacks. So yeah, they do have this bag in a backpack version as well. If you're not somebody who likes, handbags, you don't like all these totes, then the backpack is something that you might want to opt for if you want to consider getting this anyway. So I will link Buff Bunny Collection's website in the description box below if that's something that you're interested to check out. But otherwise also, I think you can score the internet for other bags. Maybe do search for a duffel bag. So a duffel bag is a little bit longer. It's like a cylindrical sort of a bag that you'll see a lot of people use at the gym. I've owned a few of those myself, and it's super useful to sort of just slip in your shoes there. Most of them have like a separate compartment for your shoes with mesh, so you can keep it separate from the rest of your items. I would suggest go ahead and check that out. Find out a bag that really works for you. It fits in everything that you need according to your lifestyle, according to what your schedules look like. I think it's super important to have a bag like this that's going to last you a really long time, because it's not something that you want to make a repeat purchase of very frequently. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. If you stayed with me all the way till the end, thank you so much, and I really hope that this gave you an insight into some of my fitness favorites. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell button, you know the drill. Also leave me a comment below if you would like me to do any other type of videos. If you have any ideas for me, I would gladly look into it. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!